Yeah, that's right, and the pre-61 Stirling Moss cars, and it's a really topsy-turvy grid because qualifying was so treacherous. Coming up towards Abbey, and it's, look at that, the two listers, and it's Rob Smith just clinging to the inside line, going through there and around the outside. See the 545 going really well in the battle already. I think that's with the Cooper Jaguar alongside, but it's Gary Pearson who leads from Rob Smith, and down the inside out, locked up and going straight off wide off the track.
Hello.
It's, all over the grass is Richard Bradley.
George Potchkill. So splitting his the family D-type. The cars all now making their way through up out of Brooklands through Luffield, and there's the HWM Jaguar, number 545, number it had when it ran in the Mille Miglia, because that was the time. Heritage Pits with just in front number 82 with Rob Smith at the wheel, is absolutely up there with it. So the first three bunched together. In fourth place we have Mike Grant Peterkin in the Cooper Jaguar.
Yeah, it's always a competitive car, this, the T38 Cooper Jag, owned by Fred Wakeman. 41, and there's a list of Costin and a list of Knobley and Mark Cole hanging in there in Lotus 11.
Head of Richard Bradley there, back to the shot of the pack, being sort of ushered along by the big Curtis 500S Corvette engine car just behind. Back with a similar sort of battle we've got here. We've got the Lister, and it's a Lola, not the Lotus, but the little Lola Mark 1 giving the Lister a hard time. So there's the Cooper Jaguar.
Down into Brooklands, Ben Adams in the Lola Mark 1. Car that's been rebuilt by Nick Finberg's team, Classic Auto, since had a big shunt at the Donington race at the start of the season. Banana the chassis.
Very pretty car. It's sensible, but it doesn't help the car's lines to have that great big rollover hoop behind the driver. Because the Lola Mark 1, a very pretty car.
And they made about 30 of them, didn't they? Really successful little cars. Beautiful handling.
Yeah.
That really established the Lola Mark.
There's the number 41. 7 seconds, which is not a lot, but it's
12.5 seconds quicker than the pole time this morning in damp conditions.
Yeah, conditions vastly better now.
The thundering Curtis coming along. Curtis Chevrolet, made by Frank Curtis in the States.
A big silver shark about to gobble up.
Goodwood, I think, once in period. And it was back at Thruxton this year. Didn't last very long.
Right. But it's great to see these cars coming out of the woodwork. So number 99 then, Richard McAlpine, the Curtis. There's another of the list of Jaguars. Number 170, one of the Knobleys. This is Peter Ratcliffe's car. Last time around, Richard Bradley set the new fastest lap at 2:31.306, so almost sugar daddy for a lot of Scottish racing drivers. He helps them out in their early days.
Yep, mentor and guide. John Clark, the Scottish motor baron. Been racing for a very long time, hasn't he? And all kinds of things up to the British Touring Car Championship.
That's right, for BMW, in the BMW.
The Jaguar XK in the background was exploring the wet part of the track.
That's right. Look after its tyres. That's the Mark Gordon Reed Gom car, I think it must be.
At the right age of engine to go in it.
Oh, right.
They put the engine in,
and
its run-in was from Andover to Exeter and back twice in a day down the A303, which is marvellous.
Excellent. Well, we've got 2 Lister Jaguars ahead of the Curtis at the moment. One of each type. A Knobley ahead of a Costin bodied car. Costin because the body was designed by Frank Costin. Knobley was a retro label given to the Knobley cars because they look Knobley by comparison with the Costin. And there was the Mr. Knobley who designed it.
And Stirling Moss had that wonderful term for it, described it as pugnacious.
Yes, good word.
Pugnacious, old boy.
Right, we're not quite at half time yet. Richard Bradley, I suspect, running to the end of the window.
This is this great battle between 170, which is Ratters, the ex-Caterham racer, Peter Ratcliffe, and Mark Donnell in that smoother, longer-tailed, longer-nosed Costin car. So that the sleeker car should be quicker.
Absolutely not, no. Right, these two lists are still at it. Hammer and tongs, with the Curtis just behind, coming to the end of the 10th lap. Peter Ratcliffe.
It looks like the old Mark Lewis Lister Chevrolet.
What, number 2?
Yeah, the white car that was based locally to here for a while. Oh, and the
Where's the
Curtis has got
exit
really
stage
wide.
right? Yeah, oh, there it is. Just come back. Yeah.
Need a lot of road in Curtis by the looks of things.
And 41, the posted body car, Mark Donner. And the order doesn't really change, which isn't to say in the pit lane. That's the one that spun earlier on. Bernardo Hartogs to hand over to Chris Helliwell.
Clark Kent, as he's known.
Because he's Superman.
Just reminds us of Clark Kent. He's raced quite a bit. He has a little Formula 2 Cooper, which he races, a 1 litre Formula 2 Cooper. Races with the HGPCA. It's X-Works Lotus 15. And Michael Birch, Barry to his friends, is waiting in the wings to climb in.
Well, look, I know it's slightly artificial. The lead that Richard Bradley had when Chris Ward came into or Rob Smith came in.
And meanwhile, 2 more listers here. 170, Peter Ratcliffe still under pressure from 41, Mark Donner. They've been fighting for a few laps now, and shows no sign of abating this battle.
Aren't you?
I think we are on for this, and the 3 of us went into turn 1 absolutely side by side, and I took the lead for a lap, and just can't wait to see what happens.
Okay, Rob, good to see you, and we may see you on the podium later.
Hope so.
Thanks very much. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, there's a good chance of that happening. That
Past in a straight line.
Yeah, Richard was, his father was based as a lawyer based with one of the big firms in Asia, and he began his racing career in karting in the Far East. Then came over to race in the UK, then went to Japan and was a front runner in the Japanese Formula 3 Championship.
And he shares a pre-war Aston Martin with
his father Edward. Yes.
Yeah. That tussle between Ratters and the Jaguar of Mark Donner continues, and the Adams family, cue the theme tune, Lola has come up behind. Festorf's there as well in the big Merc.
Yeah, he's in 17th place, the Mercedes.
That's
now, what did I say the gap was?
it was 15 odd seconds.
Okay, well, it's down to 12.8.
Okay.
To 14 and a half minutes to go. So Chris Ward is certainly showing how quick he is around Silverstone.
He wants to be the blushing bride, not the bridesmaid again.
Then the Lotus.
20 laps down, the gap is down. Another fastest lap in.
2:26.413, so it's about a second a lap. Are we going to get 8 more laps in? 8.127 is the gap. That analogy I made with the time of remaining and the lap time, it continues because it's 7.2928 minutes remain.
Yep, it's about 3 laps worth of time. So at this rate, it probably won't quite happen.
No.
But nonetheless, it won't be through lack of trying.
And traffic could always play a part. Traffic could always play a part one way or another. So 8.1 seconds, first to second. Richard Bradley. Of course, posterity is going to have the results showing Birch and Bradley, but
Yep.
it has definitely only been Richard Bradley driving.
We saw him sit in the car in the pit stop, so we know that's true. And of course, Michael Birch is out in the GT40 race later.
Mark Cole has just done his personal best lap in the Lotus 11 in third place at 2:30.719, which is pretty impressive stuff. And I know it's got a 1500 engine. It's not. It would have been originally an 1100 engine, wouldn't it, in that car?
Well, there are lots of different engines. They ran 750s at Le Mans.
Le Mans,
yeah. To beat the blue cars.
Well, the French wouldn't want to do a thing like that, would they? Well, when there was a lot of money available for the index of performance, you would.
The index of thermal efficiency was another one, wasn't it?
That was another one that came along, yes.
Yeah. Woodcote Trophy still led by Blakeney Edwards in that Cooper Jaguar.
And I think he's got that secure, because the next Woodcote Trophy car,
it's Clark and Much, isn't it?
Is Gordy Much, in John Clark's Cooper.
Yep.
In 10th place.
And then the Potjol D-Type, I think. So they've just gone through past the little Fraser Nash Le Mans rep, and the leaders up behind them as well. This is getting busy up into Abbey. Oh, has the leader been seen?
And another new fastest lap for Chris Ward, 2:25.578, and the gap is 6.2 seconds. It now looks as though it could be on again. We've got 5.5 minutes just under to go. The race ends, of course, the first time the leader crosses the line after the 60 minutes.
Oh, there in the background is Chris Ward.
Richard Bradley looking totally cool and calm and collected behind the wheel of the Lotus as he turns through Luffield. Here he is then onto the Heritage Pit straight, and at the back of that group is Chris Ward.
Doing really well.
He's got...
That's Ratcliffe popping out of the slipstream of one of the Heelys.
But Chris is going to outbrake him coming into Stowe Corner. He gets
clear
through.
Sight to the leader, isn't he?
Yes, unless the leader's found somebody else to lap. It hasn't quite. I think it's the Kieft Arden that it may definitely on the cards here. Even the sun's come out to have a look. But well, he's going to lose second place, isn't he?
Yeah, Mark Cole's going to grab second. A distant but gallant second.
Okay, we've just had confirmation that Peter Ratcliffe is third. Yes, come on, Peter. A little bit different to your Caterham. Well done, congratulations to Peter. Second place, Mark Cool. Congratulations, Mark. Second place there. And they're getting the trophy from Duncan. And our winners are Rob Smith and Chris Ward. Congratulations, guys. So a big hand there for our Sterling Moss Trophy winners. And just before the next race start, let's have a take all the photos. There we go. And more photos, look. Rob, Chris, would you like to, well, just nip down here, please? So we'll have a quick word with Peter Ratcliffe. third overall. Peter, hello, good to see you. And you know, we've got history, haven't we?
We have got history, only about 20 years, isn't it? But yeah, my world of caterhams is very different from this, all this slippy slidiness that these top guys, I mean, following people like Chris Ward and his partner there, it's just astonishing how good they are. So yeah, I was a bit of a struggle, to be fair, and I was having some fantastic dicing, especially in the second half. No idea who with, but there was loads of dicing going on. I'm just absolutely loving it. It was fantastic, yeah.
You had no idea where you were, did you?
None whatsoever, no. I couldn't see my board. The guys at Team Leo's done a fantastic job getting the car tip top, but I couldn't see the board, so it didn't really matter. Just crack on and do what I can, really.
Yeah, well, congratulations. We hope to see more of you.
Thanks very much indeed. I hope to be back.
Thank you very much, Peter. Okay, and that's back to you in the studio.